Alrighty, folks, it's what you've been waiting for. Today, we are going to be talking about babies, oils, mama's birth, all that kind of stuff. All the goody things in life, right? The best. So, I want to thank you for your time. First of all, because you have chosen to give of your time sometime over this weekend. I'm going to keep this class posted until Monday. So, I thank you for being grace-filled in, first of all, my clear-mindedness or lack thereof. I have been traveling. I thought I would have tons of time to do some prep for this class, and instead, I have not. And so it's been interesting, but I'm here today to share with you anyway because it's important to learn about how to use oils for your babies. So whether I've had a lot of sleep or a little, or I'm totally jet lagged, it doesn't matter. I want you guys to know about how to safely use oils for throughout your pregnancy, support your birth, and support your baby and you after the birth. So let's get started. Some of you know me, most of you know me, right? Some of you don't. So if you don't know me, I'm Erica, and I have been using Young Living essential oils for 11 years. My journey has been a journey. All of us have our own story to tell as to what brought us to oils. I am a self-proclaimed health nut, and I'm just going to state that today because I've been a health nut for many years, but after visiting with some of these mamas here, I have realized that I really am a health nut. And it's so fun when you find like-minded people to just chat away. So I may or may not have been spending the past couple hours chatting about health. I could chat about it all day because I believe that I am worthy and that my body deserves the best. And so as God just uncovers the wool of my eyes of things that I didn't know, it's so fun to learn and apply that knowledge to my daily living. So with that, I believe, like I said, that I deserve the best. I do have some notes here. Actually, I have a lot of notes. I'm going to try to keep this class at 30 minutes, though, because your time is precious. So people ask me, what does my daily health routine look like? Well, all our daily routines look different. But I can tell you that I start with drinking a quart of water with lemon oil every morning. Young Living. All of the oils we're going to talk about here today I can only speak and vouch for Young Living. I can also only tell you that I'm not a doctor. I cannot treat or diagnose or all the below kind of things. I cannot do that. I can tell you how to keep your body above the wellness line and how to support yourself, keeping yourself healthy above the wellness line. So keep in mind, I am not a doctor. Making that clear? Okay, so now we can move on. People ask me, what's the first thing I need to ditch in my house? Or what is the most important? And I kind of flip that around and say, well, what do you think is the most important? What are your health goals through your pregnancy? What are your health goals for the birth of your child? What are the health goals that you just have whether you're pregnant or not, right? And I want you to know that it really starts with your mindset. Absolutely 100%. So many of us have to ditch those thoughts that we've had of maybe what a normal birth looks like, or ditch the mindset of how you thought you were going to look when you were pregnant and then how your body is actually looking, and ditch the mindset of what like those photos show of pregnant women, like totally cute. They don't have big butts, they don't have a big chest, maybe they just have this cute little baby bump. Whatever your mindset is, ditching those negative thoughts and embracing positive affirmations for yourself. That is key. It starts there. It starts in your mind first. So remember that. If there are toxic relationships, ditch those out of your life. They're not bringing any fruit. And surround yourself with people that are going to encourage you throughout your pregnancy and that are going to say, you're doing great, you look beautiful, you are eating healthy, encouraging you to make good choices in your life. And also just affirming that you're not crazy if you've chosen a natural birth. You're not crazy too if you have to have a C-section. Just embracing where you're at and doing it in a positive way. It starts with that. So ditch the negativity. Going back to things that I do, I try to work out on a regular basis. I drink my water. Yes, I do Young Living supplements. I do Young Living oils. I realized early on in my health journey that my skin is my biggest organ, so I needed to ditch all of the chemically laden things that I was placing on my skin and on my face. And now Young Living has amazing makeup, so I get to use their makeup, I get to use their face creams. You need to know that Young Living has that, because many people just think that Young Living is only an oil company, and it's not. It's like a one-stop shop for everything you need. Your cleaning supplies. We're gonna carry this class through the weekend. I'm gonna teach you now, and then I'm gonna post multiple posts through the weekend of different things, like how about a baby shower gift? How about your diaper bag? How about how to help yourself after the birth? So there's gonna be some other posts, and then if you are not a Young Living member yet, I'm also going to show you how to get started with Young Living. So don't just watch the class and not come back to this event. You need to see the rest of it up until Monday, okay? So let's get started. You are insanely blessed with essential oils. You maybe never knew about them, and maybe you do. So if you have them already in your house, you are extremely blessed, because you already have the power in your own hands, right? You have nothing toxic if you have Young Living oils. Other oil companies, they compromise your oil because the FDA does not require them to put anything more than 5% of oil in a bottle. They can fill the rest of it 95% full with any additive carrier oil. They can dilute it with alcohol. So it's very key that you trust. I know there's other oil companies out there. I will say Young Living is the best, and it is safe for me. I've been using oils since my second birth. So you have to remember that I speak to you today, and I'm going to tell you what I would teach you. That might look different in my home. If you came to my house, you might say, well, you told me not to do blah, blah, blah. Well, that's because I'm going to safely tell you the things. I'm not saying that I do unsafe things. I'm just saying that education is key. And I had that when my second daughter was 6 months old. We learned about oils. So my next two, we have 4 kids. My third and fourth births, those were totally different births than my first 2, because we incorporated oils throughout the pregnancy, and we incorporated them during the birth and afterwards. Totally different births, totally different healing, completely different. I'm sorry for the noise out there. I am in someone else's house while the kids are doing their homeschool prep, but it sounds like they're having fun. Sorry about that. Fun is good though, so work with me here. All right, so what I can tell you is, while you're pregnant, your body is totally different, and I'm sure you've already figured that out. Whether it's your first kid or your 5th, you know that your body is crazy different when you're pregnant. So your body might have weird reactions to things that you normally wouldn't. So when that happens, I will say it's just safer for you mamas to dilute. That way, if you have like, hey, I never reacted to lavender oil and now my skin is like freaky weird, if you dilute it, you're less likely to have those reactions. And when I say dilute, I mean use a carrier oil like coconut oil, fractionated coconut oil. I started with olive oil from my kitchen. That's what I had on hand, and I'm cheap, and I was like, this is fine, it will work. So if you have olive oil, go use that. If you don't want to smell like olive oil, then go get yourself some coconut oil. If you don't want to use that, use almond oil. So there is a lot of conflicting information out there as to the safety of oils for pregnant mamas, and with babies, when to use and when not to use. So it's really key that you feel empowered to do some of this research on your own. So I'm going to give you, I had 3 books written down, but I only have 2 of them written down now. The third one, why did I not write it down? Okay, Lindsay Elmore. Google that. Google her. Lindsay Elmore has a book, and it's called 50 Answers to Common Questions About Oils. And in there, she talks about how to safely use oils on babies and kids. She also has a YouTube channel, and on her YouTube channel, she talks about how to use them safely on children. So look up Lindsay Elmore, get her book, The 50 Answers to Common Questions About Oils. Gentle Babies. Great book. I have that, and it's a great gift to give mamas that are newly pregnant and having a baby shower. Great gift. The author of that one is Deborah Rayburn. I got that book after my second child and embraced that thought process throughout my pregnancy, and took those oils to the delivery room with me because I had the Gentle Babies book. I think the third one I would recommend would definitely be the Essential Oils Desk Reference, because that is basic education for everything, but there's a lot of info in there too. So get that one also. And Life Science Publishing has Gentle Babies. It has your Essential Oil Desk Reference, and It might even have Lindsay Elmore's book. So I would look at Life Science Publishing and get your books. Let's see. What you need to know to feel empowered is that the more you learn to listen to your body, the better you're going to know what you need. And I know that sounds crazy because in our world we live in, we've been trained to say, oh, this hurts, I need to go rush to the doctor. Or, oh, this works or hurts, something must be very wrong. But the more you can be in tune with yourself, the more you're going to know when something is really wrong and when it's really not. So I would say, let's see, listening to your body will tell you what you need. And that even means with the oil. If you are craving valor, go smell some valor. If you are craving lavender, go put it on and diffuse it. Your body's going to crave, kind of like, you know, what you need to eat. Kind of the same thing when you're pregnant, do the same thing with the oils. You also need to eat protein when you're pregnant. About 75 to 100 grams of protein a day for a pregnant mom, because you are growing a baby that's developing a brain, and they need protein to help that brain development. So get your protein in, and if you need extra protein, then Young Living has a protein powder. I would recommend that. It's great. There's different flavors. We like the vanilla one. So you choose the one that's best for you, but get your protein in, mamas. Trust your body and what it's capable of. I had no idea until I've recently gone on a new health journey for some health issues I was having, and I had no idea the healing powers that we have, that God created within our bodies. So trust your body and what it's capable of. You don't have to have a drug, induced, like, so you don't feel the pain. What is that called? Epidural? You don't have to have that. I mean, that's a choice, and I don't judge. Remember, positive thoughts. So you do what you feel led to do, but you trust your body, what it's capable of. God made your body to birth a baby, and it's incredible. So birth is not a medical condition. So support your emotions through your birth too. Support it through your pregnancy, because we are on an emotional roller coaster, and I posted below here about that the other day. So support your emotional health through pregnancy with Believe. I have it on right now. I love to wear it as a perfume. It helps with emotional support. Abundance is another one of my favorite oils, and it's another blend from Young Living, and it just smells wonderful in diffuser. Bergamot. I didn't know anything about this oil until about a year ago, and now I'm like, ooh, it's a good one to support your emotional health, and I had no idea. So if you're feeling a little bit anxious about the birth, or you're feeling nervous about what's ahead, put some bergamot in the diffuser. You can even make a little blend of your own using bergamot and then put it on your body. And something you should stay away from is wintergreen. There's a whole list, and I will post that here. There's a website you can go to, and she gives a great list of oils that you should stay away from during pregnancy. So I'm just going to post that link for you so that you have that, and I don't have to sit here and list them all for you. But yes, there are some oils, and that's where it starts here, guys. It starts with you educating yourself and knowing, like, oh, I didn't know I needed to stay away from wintergreen. Why? Because wintergreen can act like an aspirin in your body, and so too much of it, it's not a good thing during pregnancy. Also, you'll find that wintergreen has a child protective cap on it, because children, you wouldn't want them to drink a whole bottle of wintergreen in their blood system. It just wouldn't be good. So, okay, let's talk about labor. We talked about a little bit about just listening to your body, knowing your body during pregnancy, and treating your skin healthy, in a healthy way, rubbing the right lotions on your body during your pregnancy. Young Living's lotions, you can trust all of them. That's the amazing thing, is you don't have to go and look up all the ingredients. They're safe to put on your skin. So use that lavender lotion. They have several different ones. I recommend all of them. I kind of just vary it up all the time. So I'm currently using Genesis hand and body lotion, but my husband really likes the lavender. Okay, so during labor, I believe that it's just like we're talking about switching your mindset. It's all really about your brain going into labor, because this organ called the brain is like incredibly amazing at what it's capable of. You can get through a lot just with preparing your brain to be positive and to know that you are strong and mighty. So I say, before your birth, write some affirmations down, whether you're having a natural birth or not. whatever birth you're having, affirm yourself prior to labor. And I would write them on 3x5 cards. I wrote them in a little notebook before my third child. And it helped me to just remember why I was doing this, because you get in there and it's hard and you're like, well, I don't want to do this anymore. So positive affirmations, Bible verses that encourage you, whatever it is that makes you feel more strength and more positive, you need to write those down and use those, because a positive mindset is the key. And then oils that help are good to put on a cotton ball ahead of time. And I would recommend even doing this not like the day before you go to labor or like close at 36 weeks. I would say do this throughout your pregnancy, so that when you get to the labor room, this isn't a new oil that you smelled, or it's not just a scent that you're like, You might have that during labor because, everything's kind of crazy. But the more you can prepare your body to be used to that oil, the better. So putting it on a couple drops on a cotton ball and sticking them in some baggie of some kind, like a Ziploc, is good, because you can just open that. Or if you're a doula, you can just open that for the mama and she can smell that. And if she's like, then you don't have to worry about opening a bottle and, sealing it back and like, oh, brought that wrong one. Just having them so she can smell them quickly, or so that you can open it and smell it, and inhaling and exhaling and really trying to breathe from that diaphragm that's like squished. You can do it. So the highest potential, abundance, live your passion is a new one that I got to smell last October, and now I have it. It smells so good. Motivation, and let's see, do those ahead of time. So have them already pre-packed, but also smell those oils throughout your pregnancy so your brain is prepared for that. All right, massage oils. Definitely massage oils. You want to have those prepared. And I would say, having your husband rub your back throughout pregnancy is a great thing. Rubbing that belly with some massage oil is great. So don't use oils in the early part of labor that are relaxing. Like lavender, it's super relaxing. But if you do that too early on in labor and you get in the bath or whatever, you're just very calm and it's going to relax you. And you need oils that are going to give you energy and push your body towards, getting that baby out. And so you don't want to have that relaxing oil during the beginning stages of labor. So creating a massage blend, you can use fractionated coconut oil. You can use some of Young Living's V6 oil. I recommend it. It's a blend of 9 different oils that are fatty oils. So clary sage, ylang ylang, and lavender together are a great blend to mix together and put it in a carrier oil and use to rub on your back or on your thighs during labor. Let's see. As your contractions strengthen, then I would use something like clary sage again, and dragon thyme. Dragon thyme has clary sage in it, so if you don't have clary sage but you have dragon thyme, get those and use those as your contractions are strengthening and it's getting further along in labor. Labor can also, I don't know about you, but during labor for me, I always got a nauseous stomach, like vomit. I always used to vomit, or not used to. I always vomited during labor, and it wasn't pretty, and it smelled really bad. That's why you should use your diffuser during labor. So diffuse the oils that bring a sense of peace to your mind. So bring that diffuser to the labor room and bring oils that help with that nauseous smell. So, once you're in labor, peppermint is safe. For me, I like peppermint to smell when I'm feeling nauseous. So do that. If you have to put some in the diffuser, definitely do that. All right. There is also things for people ask questions like about posterior babies, and I don't know much about this, but Spinning Baby's website paired with massage using peppermint and citrus has been known to help. So go to Spinning Babies to the website and read up on that, and then use that method with the massage of peppermint and citrus oils, and it can help with the posterior babies. So interesting. So I don't have time to do all this. We're already at like 20 minutes on this class. So let's go on. Perennial care. I preach this like a little bit on the cray-cray side because moms are like, oh my goodness, your perennial area deserves treatment too, y'all. So take care of it. When I hit 36 and 37 weeks, I started using the Clariderm spray from Young Living because it has frankincense and myrrh in it. And remember, that's what they brought baby Jesus. And I know now why. because you do a little research on frankincense and myrrh and all the myriad of wonderful things that they do, and you'll want to use Clariderm to prep your perineal area. And you can just spray it on, keep it in the bathroom every time you go to the bathroom, every morning when you get dressed, spray it on that area, and it's just going to get your muscles ready down there to stretch and your skin to move. It's a definite must. And afterwards too, to heal the perineal area. And all I can tell you is that the testimonials that I get from my girls on the team of our Young Living team that have been using that for their deliveries prior to and after, they can't say high enough accolades about Clariderm. So if you have any left over, you can use it as for other things too. Okay, that's all I'm going to say about that. So Clariderm is great. I also tell mamas evening primrose oil is not an oil from Young Living, but it's something that I did take to prepare my body to stretch down there too, and to help prevent tearing or anything scary down there in that private area. So I also say dragon time for all ladies that afterwards your uterus has to come back, right? And that is painful. Maybe not after your first time, but try having 2 and 3 and 4 kids, and then you'll know what I'm talking about. When it's time to nurse and that uterus goes coming back, crazy pain. So you need dragon time with that clary sage in it. It is going to help you. I wish I would have known about dragon time because I didn't until I was beyond that. Instead, I had to choose. Well, I didn't have to, but I didn't know any better, so I chose Motrin before I would nurse. There's other options, so you don't have to go with Motrin. There's other things you can do to help with those painful contractions. Let's see, that happen after birth. Frozen pads. I know that I was told before I had my first kid about those ice packs that they put down there, and I thought that was so crazy. And now I'm like, oh yeah, mamas, make your own frozen pads ahead of time. Put a little lavender oil on them, wrap them in foil, and put them in the freezer ahead of time, and you will thank me later. You might think I'm weird now. It's okay. You'll thank me later. Shouldn't say healing. I'm going to say, wow, the power of the ice pack mixed with the oils really helps the afterwards pain that comes from having kids. So let's talk a few minutes about C-sections. C-sections, sometimes they're planned and sometimes they're not. Regardless, it is trauma to your body to have surgery, right? So some Trauma Life oil is great. I just ordered mine for the first time. We've had a lot of trauma. I should have had it a long time ago, but it's great no matter where you're at in life for trauma. So I would say get some Trauma Life for afterwards and rub that on your liver if you're having issues with just feeling sad about, like, I didn't really want a C-section. Hope oil, Sarah oil, and Joy. Joy is great, but those are all very flowery, and I don't like a lot of floral scents, so sometimes I have to like cut it with a little bit of lemon oil. So afterwards, using that, putting it on the bottom of your feet just to help you deal with the emotional maybe letdown of, like, I thought I was going to have a natural birth and now I ended up with a C-section. You need to process through those emotions of grieving and just feelings of maybe failure. So you are not a failure. You can put it on the outside of your ears. You can put it on your chest. You can put it on your neck. So breathe in the oils. When you breathe them in, even just by, I don't have any oils in front of me. Breathing them in, just putting some drops on your hands and breathing in and out like that can just help your limbic system immediately in regards to emotional stuff. So maybe you're in the hospital and you didn't bring your diffuser, but just putting it on a rag and smelling it or putting it in your hands and just inhaling and exhaling several times is great. So afterwards, you cannot put oils directly on any kind of incision. You just can't, because it will eat away those beautiful stitches. So let those stitches do their healing powers, and then when your body or your doctor says, yeah, it's good, you can do a huge radius of oils way far away from the incision, but it still will do its job within your skin to go to the area that's been traumatized. Or what do you say, compromised. So rose ointment is wonderful. I can't say enough things about rose ointment. So you can put that directly on your incision after the stitches have been taken out and after you've gotten, of course I should say, approval from your doctor to say that it's safe to put that on there. But everybody's bodies are different in how they heal after a surgery. The things that you can do to boost your body after the C-section surgery is drinking Ningxia Red, upping your Ningxia Red, which is from Young Living. They recommend 2 ounces for a healthy person a day. I would up it to 4 ounces a day. And then I would also be taking Sulfurzyme from Young Living, and also the Master Formula, because those are some key supplements that will help your body just when you're fatigued, when your energy is down, when you have had surgery, and then you're also trying to take care of a new life. You need to support yourself. You are valuable. You got to take care of you. Drinking tons of water. A lot of moms, so many friends, do not understand the importance of drinking a ton of water. When I had my first kid, I was like, why am I crazy thirsty? Like, I'm drinking water all the time. But drinking water with some lemon in it will help keep your energy level up. So I drink lemon all day long, and keep your milk supply up just drinking that water. So coffee's not going to do it. Soda's not going to do it. It's water. Your body needs water. So stay on top of your water. All right, let's talk real quick about babies. Woo! You've learned about pregnancy, labor, and C-sections, and perennial care. Let's talk about your babies. People ask me, well, how early and are they even safe? Well, there's not a lot of research out there that, they've been using oil since the beginning of time. We have, humans, since God made the earth. But there's not a ton of research that's out there for when is the safe time. So I just posted today that little the slide about dilution and ages. I would follow that. And there are many people that anoint their babies when the baby comes out. I know that some of the books I recommended would talk about that. There's many people that even put frankincense on their own hands and have it on their hands, and when they catch the baby, the frankincense there is on them. So I am going to tell you, like I said, what I can teach about. But did I anoint my kids? Did they have the beauty of oils from the first part of, like when they enter the world? Yes. But I'm gonna teach you this. Okay. So you're gonna go back to Lindsay Elmore, and you're gonna look at her YouTube channel, and you're gonna learn about kids and babies and hear her talk. But I would say starting at 6 months and using a gentle oil on your baby. A gentle oil would be like lavender. We even have Gentle Baby now from Young Living. So use Gentle Baby, and start with heavy dilution. Always heavy dilution. But remember, even if you're not directly applying them on your baby, if you are using oils and you're diffusing the oils, then your baby is getting the therapeutic benefits of the oils, regardless if they're going straight on your baby or not. So if you have been using them and your baby goes to nurse, then he or she is getting that amazing benefits. If dad has oils on and he's, the baby's laying on dad's chest, the baby is breathing in those benefits. And there's so much to say about just breathing in oils, because they're getting in through the lungs and into the bloodstream that way. So, let's see. You have to, you are your child's best advocate. And I know that you're probably like, Erica, I want you to tell me exactly what to do. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to teach you to be empowered to use the oils. And it starts with you educating yourself, and it starts with you trusting your gut. Because mama, you are the best advocate for your child. Nobody was given this baby except for you, because God knew the child was best for you. So trust your gut and your comfort level of oils. As my comfort level grew, my oil use increased. So I started and I diluted everything, because I did not want to do any damage, right? So everything was highly, highly diluted with fractionated coconut oil or my olive oil. But as I grew in my knowledge, I used more oils, a variety more, and I used them neat. And neat means that I directly applied them as my children grew older. So my youngest is 6 now, so our oil use is different than babies. So you know your child best, and you know if they entered the world and had to go to the NICU. You know if they've had some immune system compromise, if they had to have antibiotics at birth. You know those things. So listen to what your baby needs and educate yourself on what you should use. But here's what I can tell you. Young Living has made it super easy now, because they have the seedlings line. It's a whole baby line. So there's safe diaper cream that has oils in it that is safe for your baby. They have the baby wipes that have lavender oil in them. And I don't have a baby, but I use the lavender wipes to take off my makeup when I'm lazy or when I just got out of the gym and I don't want to smell my sweaty face. You can clean your face really quick. So we still have them at our house. They have baby lotion. So your baby doesn't have to have the over-the-counter stuff that is laden with chemicals. You can make sure and start your child on a toxic-free life from the get-go using the Seedlings baby line. So they just put the package together a couple weeks ago at our rally. They released the whole kit of the Seedlings where you can buy it all together. I believe it's like $115 for all of it. What a great shower gift, or what a great gift for you to treat yourself to have right when your baby's born. These safe products that you can use on a daily basis for your children. From the beginning, you don't have to be like me where I didn't learn until my second child that maybe there was a better option out there. So let's see. I think that's really it. If you are not yet a Young Living member and you are like, I don't know what to do. Well, I'll tell you what to do. You start with a starter kit. So I'm going to post that information tomorrow, and I'll show you the beauty of the starter kit. And if you're like, well, Erica, that's great, but how do I get the Seedlings line? Once you become a Young Living member, then you are a genius because now you have joined and you have 24% off the retail price of oils, and you can start ordering your Seedlings baby products that you need. You can start with your first order with the starter kit and add that baby seedling line together with that, and you have a great kit to support yourself through pregnancy and the baby from birth with the Seedlings kit. So 2 great things. The frankincense, the lavender, lemon, the ningxia red, those are all oils that come in the starter kit. You get 11 oils in the starter kit, plus a diffuser, plus the ningxia red. So it's like a no-brainer. Super easy. It's $160. So it's like a drop in the bucket for your health and your child's health because you are worthy of that. Taking care of you, it starts with you, mama, so that you can be the best mama for your child. So I'm going to wrap it up with saying thank you for listening. I believe that you came here today because you wanted to know that there's a better way to do parenting. There's a better way to take care of you than the toxins that maybe you are used to. You don't have to take it at face value that things are safe anymore. I believe that you care a lot about your children or you wouldn't be here today. So I know that you would also agree with me that you're probably sick and tired of having to go to the store, and when you go to the store, having to witness flipping over the backs of bottles and staring at them, trying to figure out if this is going to be a safe one. You don't have to do that. Those days are over. You can go straight to Young Living and embrace a company that has done the research for you and knows what is safe for your body, and you can start taking care of you and your baby and your family and doing it in a way that's non-toxic. So thank you for giving of your time. I appreciate you learning. I did it in 33 minutes, so yay! Have a blessed day. I look forward to finishing up this class on Monday. There is going to be a special offer for those people that are ready to join. I can't wait to let you know about it, so stay tuned.